Join Chuck and his guests, film and television star James Garner, from America's Funniest Home Videos, Bob Saget, and in living colors, versatile comedian Kim Coles. Plus, we'll hear from Mark Hudson and the band. And now, the star of our show, Chuck Woolery!
That was great. Let's do it again.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, everybody. Well, you know, the way I was going to start out, when people ask me about my career, in the past they've always asked me what I would like to do next. And what I'd like to do next is my own talk show. And so now that I have the opportunity, I started watching a few other talk shows because the successful ones, Arsenio, Letterman, Carson, just to see what they do, because they're good. They all do monologues. That's how they start the show off. I thought that was a great idea. I couldn't get any of them to come here and do my monologue. Arsenio and Letterman said no. Carson wouldn't even take my call. That's how bad things were. Another thing I noticed is they have great bands. They all have great bands. Arsenio's got his posse. These are the outlaws at that posse is Jason Mark Hudson. Yeah. I thought about having the audience ask me questions, but I don't think we really have time to do that, so I'm just going to give you the answers. Seems easier. I'm happily married. I have 7 children. These are my own clothes. The watch was a gift. I don't sing anymore. No, I thought maybe I'd get a "oh" or something. Everybody's turning each other. Well, I'm glad to hear that. At least he's not singing anymore. Scrabble has been canceled. Oh, you didn't mean that. I do know Vanna White. That's it. Okay. You know, the most important thing of your guests, we got some great ones. James Garner. Bob Saget is here. From In Living Color, Kim Coles. You want to have a party? Well, all my rowdy friends are coming today. We'll be right back in 2 and 2. Television performer has dreamed of having a top 20 show. My first guest has 2 of them. You know him from both Full House and host of America's Funniest Home Videos. Please welcome Bob Saget. I cannot thank you enough for being here. Number one, you're moving tonight at 8:30.
That's right.
Oh,
I am moving in a different house.
Normally what you do.
We're loading up boxes, and we're putting that plastic tape on them that actually gives you really bad cuts. So we have a medic. We have a medic nearby. We have 4 movers coming, which usually you would have 2, but we have 4 because my wife just wants a lot of guys around. So
to keep her happy.
She just wants to look at burly guys that know how to move boxes.
Know how to move. You have 2 daughters. Speaking of your family moving, how old are they now?
My daughters, I have a 3-year-old and I have a 10-month-old, and they both have their own fax machines, so that I can communicate.
You have them covered.
No, I'm with them quite a bit, actually. They do their artwork in school. They fax it to me in my dressing room.
Perfect.
And I say, honey, that's a house in a tree. It's beautiful.
No, wait a minute, though. With raising 2 daughters, a lot of times, if you raise the first one a certain way because you've never raised a child before, how about the second one? Did it go about the same, or did it change, your approach?
Well, we didn't think we could love the second one as much as the first, so...
What?
Well, because you love the first one so much. We got scared. We said, I don't know if I could love the second one as much, and we decided not to. We decided just to love... to give most of our love to that first one because it worked, you know, and she gives love back. But what happened was, this is nice, but the second one, we ended up loving, you love them in a totally different way. The second one just loves to be kissed all the time. So we kiss her all the time.
She's always kissing
She's
this
got a
child.
rash cream because we kiss her so much.
What kind of stages are they going through now?
The 10-month-old is, right now, she started to walk. She started, we're very excited about that. My older one is in, she's wearing big girl underpants now, and...
What does that mean, with no diapers? Is that what you mean?
Yes, they go to regular
she's
underpants.
3.
We call them big girl, because that's how you talk. You know, you're not a little girl anymore, you're in big girl underpants. And the little one is in regular diapers. For a while, we had the older one in training underpants, which they have those little wheels on the side so they don't fall over.
What's your hope that they don't grow up to be in husky underpants?
No, husky would
is
not be the
good.
thing to do.
No,
But then again, you wouldn't have to change them as often. Because husky probably would have more,
How about more
more
children?
area. Sorry?
How about more?
More
That's
children.
when I woke up. How about more children?
More children is a good idea, and I think you and I ought to go out tonight. That suit is driving me crazy.
Do you like it?
Actually, my wife and I tonight, probably. No, we're talking about thinking about. We're talking about you know, more kids.
Your wife's not for that, though. Is
No.
2 enough?
She would be. At first, she thought we were only going to have 2, and I always wanted 4. I always had this dream for 4, and because then you could really pick a favorite. But then the other ones love that. The siblings love it. You don't have 7 kids, do you?
Yes, I do.
You really have 7
Oh,
kids?
yes. Carrie, Kitty, Chad, Melissa, Jennifer, Courtney, and Michael Nelson.
That's the cast of Gunsmoke. I mean,
That's right. It is the cast of That's right.
that's amazing.
Someone told me your real love is filmmaking. Is that serious now, or when did you start doing it?
When I was about 9 years old, I was making very bad student films, and they stayed that way.
They're still that way?
Well, you know, I don't really feel like I've accomplished.
Well, you said
that
they
yet.
said you have a clip with you, or we're going to look at this clip.
This is
what
very
are we
funny.
going to see?
I made I wouldn't call them movies. I made this thing on 8mm film. Actually, 4mm. It was just sprockets. No, I made this 8mm film called Supermarket. This you know, guy in a supermarket that saves people. And there's a clip here, and it's really embarrassing.
Well, you brought it, so we're going to take a look at it. Let's take a look. Let's walk right over here. You and I will watch over there.
This is good titling, huh?
18 years old you were.
I was 18, and that's not me. Here I come. I look like Brenda Vaccaro, my haircut. Here I am. Basically, I'm just a nerd in a supermarket. And
What are you doing?
Well, I'm stripping, Chuck. I'm becoming the superhuman figure, and I know a lot about lighting. I realize that fluorescence always helps. And this is one of the most
Taking
fun
your
moments.
pants off.
Well, what's comedy all about? And I saw that. I actually got to laugh from something as weak as this. Can we actually stop that clip? This is so embarrassing.
Oh, wait a minute, you're getting to the good part.
There's a close-up where you get to see I was stuck in the bag.
There's enough styrofoam in there to float you.
Now, am I wrong, or do you, like, hate me now from watching this?
No, I don't hate you. I'm not real fond of you, but I
you might
don't
like
hate
me when you see this. There we go. I just think you're applauding that. You have to be applauding because you were told to.
No, actually,
No, that was a fabulous clip, Bob. You're a genius. Why did I give you that?
Because it was fun.
Because I'm a fool.
On the other show that I do, everybody always asks me, is there a lot that you don't get to see, Chuck? I mean, there's a lot they cut out, because it is cut quite a bit. But on your show...
I got to ask you this before you
Okay,
ask me.
sure.
Do guys sometimes ask a woman, I mean, do they, I've heard sometimes where one guy was really rude and you put that guy in his place. I really like that. But do some guys actually rehash stories that happened on there that are like, she wouldn't do this or he wouldn't do that kind of thing?
Sometimes.
And do they have to cut it out?
Yes.
And would you like to relay some of them now? Don't you want to know them? You really do, don't you? Now you'll have to wait.
Another time. Let's talk about you. I want to know about the videos that you get that we never get to see.
There are some that, there's a lot of animals getting frisky.
Really?
A lot of them. And they're
A lot of
very
barnyard
funny.
stuff, or what?
Well, some barnyard, some petting zoo, you know, your basic comedy places. But
Well, example.
there's a rabbit jumping on a little bedroom slipper that is a rabbit. You know, just trying to make more bedroom slippers.
funny.
Very funny.
But you can't show that on television?
There's a monkey jumping on a guy's head and another monkey jumping on the monkey. That's nice. It's kind of like a hat from hell. And we've got we had a pig that jumps up off the ground a foot in the air, and the kid's not hurt, but it bites him on the jeans. And, pulls on the
People
jeans.
send this in?
People say it's funny
You have,
stuff.
you have to be very careful, though, that people don't send in things where children are hurt.
Well,
Or-
you know what's interesting? We've done disclaimers on the air. There was a bunch of press about it, and we're real careful about it. And the viewers have been careful about it. None of the stuff we've been getting in, fortunately, has the warnings have been heeded by the
So they're not
critics.
spiking children anymore.
Nobody, they really didn't. You know, hey, a Nerf bat in the groin's always fun, but
I understand you brought some of your own home. You have another.
this is actually,
Folks, we have another clip.
well, wait a minute. This is more clips, please. More clips, please. This is a clip that to prove that the people on our show are conscientious. It's actually a little behind the scenes look at America's Funniest Home Videos. It's our staff at work showing that we care about our subject, we care about our people, and we're not going to ever stage anything or do anything stupid. This is just the people at work.
Let's take a look at it.
Couldn't have set that up any stronger, could I?
Very, very.
What are you guys doing?
Full house, probably more specials and other things. Are you going on the road anymore, by the way?
I'm moving Saturday.
No. Are you working on the road?
Yeah, I'm doing a job, a couple jobs. I'm doing Atlantic City coming up real soon.
Do you
I'm
see
really
any break
excited.
in this schedule, or do you want it?
As soon as the show is over, I'm going home. I'm actually, right now, we're scheduling a couple vacations. You know, we're really planning some time to be together. Our weekends are actually real good. Both shows, Full House has gone to a 4-day week instead of a 5-day week, so I'm really able to be with my family more. I'd like to be with your family, 7 kids.
Part of them are right over there. I'll introduce you right after we're
would like
finished
that.
here. In fact, we are finished. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you,
Thank
Chuck.
you very much for coming out. You're more than my pleasure. We're gonna come right back.
Coming up, James Garner.
All right, we're back. Our next guest is one of today's most popular and enduring actors. He starred in over 40 films, 2 of America's most famous television series, and he's a very, very special friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome James Garner.
I know him from somewhere.
You know him from somewhere? Do you know Mark?
I know Mark from somewhere, but I don't remember. He remembers, but I don't remember where I know Mark.
Before you became an actor, I was looking through your bio. A lot of things I did not know about you. From clippings and bios and stuff that they send us before you come over. You had must have 100 jobs.
About 70.
Well, what are some of them?
Well, one thing it says I couldn't hold one.
That's a little hard.
Oh my God. Well, we started soldier, sailor. I worked at a chicken hatchery. I worked for the telephone company, cutting trees. I worked in grocery stores. I worked in men's stores. Oh my goodness, I've done a lot. Laid carpets. Worked in
that's the
service
worst.
stations. You know, any job you could do.
What was the
I could
worst
do.
of all those jobs?
Wait a minute. You really need another guy to help you move? I'm not working now.
Seriously?
He's off.
Wait till my wife hears this.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm not too burly anymore, but...
How did you manage to go to school through all of this, Jim?
As a matter of fact, let's see, in junior high school, I was working at Oklahoma University in the custodial department.
Mm-hmm. Janitor?
Janitor. And I would go to work at about 4:30 in the morning.
You're in junior high school?
Junior high school, and clean out the administration building at Oklahoma University, and then go to school.
Good Lord.
And then in the afternoon, I worked in the chicken hatchery. Don't ever get a job cleaning chickens. It's no way to make a living.
Cleaning, plucking them, you mean?
Plucking them, doing all that.
Everybody has an interesting story about how they get into this town and how they get into the business, and you've got to have an interesting story, I would think. Great
Do I?
watch.
Well, tell me about it. I didn't think so.
No, you have to.
Well, really, I didn't want to be an actor, really.
Never in your life. Never dreamed of
No,
it.
I never did. And then oh gosh, I was 25 years old, and I had gone downtown to interview for a job for Shell Oil Company. I wanted to go to Arabia to work in the oil fields. Show you how smart I was. Thank God they turned me down. And I was driving up La Cienega Boulevard, and a guy who had talked to me, I'd known him for about 7 or 8 years, saying that I ought to be an actor. And there was a parking place in front of his building. And I pulled in, because he was a big producer then. And I pulled in and went and talked to him and became an actor. That's it.
I mean, just from...
Well, I knew I didn't want to lay carpets anymore. Come on, I got bad knees.
I mean, just to pull in off the street and go in, I guess this guy was really in
Well,
the
if there
corner.
hadn't been a parking place there, I probably wouldn't have pulled in. I'm just...
Probably the luckiest moment of your life.
Well, no. No, I've had luckier moments.
You'd like to
They
discuss,
shall remain
Mr. Garner?
neighbors.
You know, I also... Is there more to being lucky, or is that it?
No, timing is everything.
Well, it is. Timing is everything.
Yeah, and those people who are lucky will tell you it's timing.
You served in Korea.
Yeah, and that's probably the luckiest thing that ever happened to me. I got out of there alive.
2 Purple Hearts, though.
Yeah. First time I got wounded, I was in the infantry, and I was in the line, and I got shrapnel. And I went back to the aid station. They fixed it up and set me right back up there. And so not
So you
long
didn't look
after-
at this guy and say, it's only a scratch. He told you.
As a matter of fact, I did. I did. I'm standing there in front of a Jeep in a, looking in the rearview mirror they had in the Jeep, and I'm trying to pull shrapnel out of this eye. And my CO came by and said, what are you doing? I said, I'm trying to get the shrapnel out of here. And he said, don't do that. You won't get a Purple Heart. Go back to the aid station. So I said, okay. Yeah.
Where was the second one?
Oh, come on.
I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know. It could have been, yeah, I didn't want you...
Well, okay. Let's just say we were fighting the North Koreans and I was going south.
You also were vice president of the Screen Actors Guild at a very interesting time.
That has a lot to do with wounds.
Yes, it could.
What a segue.
Yes.
Yes.
Ronald Reagan.
Oh, yes, I was the vice president of the Screen Actors Guild
What
when
about
Ronald
him?
Reagan was there.
How was he?
Not much better than the president. Now, if you want to know, I'll tell you the
tell me the
absolute
truth.
truth.
Come on, tell
My
me the truth.
opinion,
I wanna know.
he's not a very bright man. Well, I mean, what do you want me to do, lie?
No, just your opinion is what you have,
The
and that's
man
what
is
you should
very
tell.
good at doing what he's told. But don't ask him to think on his own.
So a media president.
But it's all right. He had her to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
She told him. Nancy was the secret behind Ronnie. That's my opinion.
A lot of people think that what you do is so easy and so natural that, well, there's a reason for that, though. There are movie stars or movie actors. And to me, I know that you're a movie actor. You're not necessarily just a movie star. And explain about this natural thing.
Well, I don't know. I'm the Spencer Tracy School of Acting. And,
Was that one of your heroes growing up?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. As far as motion pictures go, Spencer Tracy, you never caught him acting.
That's right.
And I always felt that Tracy always said, show up on time, know your words, hit your marks, and tell the truth. And that's all acting is.
Well, speaking of acting and everything else, you worked with a lot of glamorous women in your life.
Yeah.
Tell me, name some of them.
Oh, my goodness. We go back to Audrey Hepburn and Shirley MacLaine and Lee Remick and... Oh, gosh. Kim Novak.
That's just what I was going to ask you about.
Doris Day.
Tell me about Kim Novak, though, the
Julie
mysterious
Andrews. Kim Novak?
one. Yeah. She's very mysterious.
Strange lady. Nice lady. I mean, I like Kim, but she's strange. Well, she is. I mean, that's not anything new. I mean, she's hibernating up in the Northern California there and doesn't come out but whenever you hibernate.
That's right. How about Audrey Hepburn?
Oh, now there's a lady. There's a great lady. I love Audrey Hepburn. She's so beautiful and such a sweet lady. And, you know, she's a professional.
Yeah.
I liked her.
How about you, Bob, in your film career? Who are your favorite leading ladies?
I would think Ruth Buzzy. Carmelita.
Anybody in the supermarket that was there?
You know, it's funny that you mentioned there was a woman in curlers in that. She was hot. I'll never forget it.
You know, I've heard that you've been quoted that women scare you. That surprised me. I don't know you that way.
Yeah, well,
What is it?
it's because I've been married for 34 years. And she scares me.
Really?
Yeah, last Friday.
34 years. Congratulations.
Yeah. No, I've always been, I think it's because I don't think I'm afraid of them. I just respect them so much that I approach them gently.
Well, they probably take that as you being a gentleman, too, don't you?
No, they know I'm an old lech. And they steer clear of me.
I see. Yeah. How about you, Bob? Anything scares you about women?
I don't know. I get along pretty well with women. Most of my women are friends.
Are they?
Most of my women are friends.
I got you. Yes, I know.
No,
We're a
I'm
little
married.
slow.
My wife is my best friend, and I pay her. I have her on a retainer.
Hard currency.
You know, you're silly.
I know, that's accurate. Thank you. That's a big compliment. Totally silly.
Jim, thank you. Thank you so much
My
for coming
pleasure,
on.
Chuck.
And we're going to come right back with this.
Coming up, how to avoid housework.
There are lots of time-saving devices and techniques available to housewives today, but none of them show you how to avoid housework altogether. Our next guests say they figured it out. Let's welcome Pam Young and Peggy Jones. Here they are. You're Pam, and you're Peggy. Nice to meet both of you. Well, now, you all are sisters.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I assume that you're housewives, too, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
We're full-time homemakers.
Oh. Well, what are you going to show us here today?
Well, see, we have 6 kids between us. So all the stuff that you do to keep a house and raise children takes time. And we've figured out ways that you can create the illusion that you did the work, and yet
You really didn't.
So what you're saying is this, that you... What are you saying?
we don't actually kill ourselves doing the work. We create the illusion that we did the work. For instance,
Well, what do you do?
spring
Okay.
cleaning.
Now, what you do for spring cleaning, you need the mess that makes the spring cleaning. So,
See the professional carrying kit?
Yes.
It makes you look like you're...
If you never use one of the products, it looks like you're on
did.
the ball.
Then what you do for the smell, like you've been doing laundry all day, you can put fabric softener in a saucepan and just simmer it. No, really, you'll get the whiff. It's true. Now, your husband...
I believe you.
No, but Chuck, your husband comes home from work, he walks in the door and he goes, "Whoa, she's been cleaning."
Laundry.
And if that doesn't work, a little bit of this is just disinfectant.
What is that?
Well, then you
Oh, gee, you put it on your...
Just now smell her and
so
see
you
if it
meet him and
doesn't...
say, "Honey."
Oh, my
And then
gosh.
you say,
You smell
"Do
like...
I smell like disinfectant?" Oh,
Yes, you do. Well, you've been obviously
I
working
work
hard all
my...
day.
No, you don't lie.
Oh, you don't lie?
No.
No.
What's the jelly
Okay.
thing?
This is time-consuming, like we used to do this for
Yeah.
real.
Canning. My mother cans, so
Yes,
I know it
we
is
can.
time-consuming.
We used to can everything, and now we work outside of our homes, so we don't have time to do this. And when the harvest comes, you want to have your pantry full of the harvest.
You buy the jelly at the store,
Okay.
and a variety, a
Yeah,
nice variety.
all different kinds.
And then you have to have
I've been at home making marmalade, sure, yeah.
this canning
Right,
weel.
yeah, that looks real.
A little bit of water in there boiling.
And you
This
put
is the delabeling process.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
While
just
that's
a second.
While that's going on,
Right.
You need to get a vaporizer going with some, this is grape juice. And this wafts the smell of grape jelly.
This is amazing. You gotta be kidding me.
no, it does. It really does.
Well, I know, but what do you finally do with the... Oh,
okay.
excuse me.
See, this is gonna,
See, it's
Oh, gee.
and it's going all
It'll
over the
start.
house. It does.
Yeah, so
And
there's
now-
grapes.
now-
You got
okay.
quite an interesting cross-section of aromas going through this house, I'll tell you.
Now here comes one that's
ready to come
Ready
off.
to
Just
come
take
off.
that little, get that label
This
off.
comes off. See, it just
Oh, that's
slips
really,
right
just slips
off.
right off,
Yep.
yeah.
And then you put your own little made in the kitchen of Chuck Woolery.
Thank you so much.
Then you put one of these little
That's
game
right, that's one of those
hats.
little expensive...
Yeah.
They charge you twice as much when they have those on them, you know, if they're from France or
And
something.
look, you can even give this as a gift to shut-ins and...
Oh, Okay, now what do you got?
Now,
Well, first of all, we are reformed Slavs. We used to be Slavs.
here's what would happen. You'd be home all day just playing with the kids and maybe sewing a dress or something, and you'd run out of milk and bread and have to go to the store looking like a dog. We figured out a way to look different than just a dog.
It's way better to look like a jogger or an athlete than a dog.
So what you do is wet your hair down so it looks like you've been sweating.
Now, see, your hair wouldn't be all fixed.
No,
Yeah, you
no,
did.
you'd
You
have-
spent many hours fixing this today. Well, you love your sister a lot, obviously. Look what she's done to you.
For the effect.
Now, the makeup that you use to look like an athlete, you know, if you work out, your cheeks aren't pink right like this.
Yeah.
They're down in here. It's way more of your whole face
More of a
gets
hot
red.
That looks
So you need
real
to-
natural.
And their nose, because their nose.
Well, then, for the look of a little perspiration,
Vaseline. Then you just
Oh, 1,001 uses.
Just
It does look kind of dewy and like she's been
No.
running. Yeah. Okay, so you pull that off. Now what? What do we got now?
well,
Okay.
we don't bake pies anymore.
We used to, but we
Yeah.
don't anymore. What you do is get the pies at the bakery,
Right.
and you need to get rid of the box right away because it's a dead giveaway.
Sure.
So dump that.
So's the cherry. I
Oh,
gotta
it
tell you,
is.
yeah, the cherry's no good because people are
So
gonna
is
say,
this.
what?
Or this.
So
Yeah, I
that's
agree with you. That's
way
it.
too-
Yeah, gotta
that's
mess
too
that up.
nice. So you mess up
Homemakers don't have
Well,
that.
no, that's right. Sure, this has got to look really.
So that would, for a cream pie,
Yeah,
you'd
that
do
looks
that.
about like one I'd
Yeah.
make.
Now, this is an apple pie. Now, the trick with this is, see the bakery tin?
Yeah.
Another giveaway.
Sure, yeah.
So you have to transfer it out into your own tin, but they do 8-inch and we have 9-inch. So then you
I
just
have to
press it.
Now, there's one thing wrong.
Well, honey, it just fell apart on me.
Yeah, you know,
Well, that's
the
more
crust has-
homemade.
You guys are delightful. Thanks for coming on the show. I hope your husbands are watching. We're going to come back in just a minute. We'll be back.
Coming up, comedian Kim Coles.
All righty, one of the most talked about TV shows this year is an outrageous comedy called In Living Color. Going to welcome one of that show's funniest and prettiest stars. You're going to love this girl, Kim Coles. Have a seat.
Thank you. Hello.
I am so glad that you're here.
I'm so glad that you're here.
I watch you. You're funny.
Thank you.
And you're good, and you do
And
all
we
that kind of
have
stuff.
fun doing it too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How'd you get that job?
Well, we had to audition. It was an audition process. But actually, I met the producer, Keenan Ivory Waynes, at a party in New York, maybe a year before I even heard about the show. And I was so afraid to go up and meet him because they were like 1,000,001 actress, you know, the actress types. Hi, I'm a model, star, singer, dancer, and on the weekends I do nails on Melrose Avenue. Will you hire me? You know. And I was afraid to approach him because I'm married and I'm serious. I didn't want him thinking I was one of those kind of women. So I approached him and he said, wait a minute, I know you. You're a comedian. So it was easy, you know. And I wanted to give him my telephone number so he would call me for professional reasons, you know. And I didn't have a card like these professional girls, so I wrote my number on the back of a gum wrapper. I really did. And like a year later, I got a call and it was like, is this Kim Doublemint Coles?
So you kept the gum wrapper.
That's right, he kept it.
How'd the audition go when you went in for this?
But I have never had this much fun on an audition in my life. We had to do improv, you know, we had to pull out characters. I'm one of these people that gets in her mirror and does funny voices and funny characters. Like,
And
I have a Puerto Rican driving instructor. Like, hello, honey, I'm gonna teach you how to drive, honey. And this right here is the gear shift. And it be having letters on it that be teaching you how to do things that the car be knowing how to do. And like, the P is for parking, the D is for driving, and the R is for something that I don't know what it is because every time you put the car to R, it be going backwards. Don't do what backwards do with B. It be confusing me. You know, characters like that. And
That's great. That's great.
I'm glad.
Now, you guys did, in fact, it was on the air and I missed it. You did a parody on Love
yes.
Connection. And I kept hearing about, well, I'd be stopped in the street all day long. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it?
Did you all
This
see
went
it?
on for months. Oh, did you see it? Tell them who you played.
I was Robin Gibbons. And the thing was that what would happen if Mike Tyson and Robin Givens met on The Love Connection? They went on a date, and I think you have a clip of what happened.
We do. I got to share this with you. Now watch me. Who's the guy that
Here's
played
the
me?
best part. Jim Carrey,
Jim
who
Carrey.
is a genius.
Okay, now watch this. Let's watch this.
Hi, welcome back to Love Connection. Told you we'd be back in 2 and 2. Our next guest says she likes her men to be very wealthy. Let's say hello to Robin Givens. Hi, Robin.
Hello, Charles.
Well, never call me Charles. I'll go off.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Robin. How you doing, Chuck?
Hi there, Mike. How are you?
So I gotta say, I'm really ecstatic to be here.
All righty then. Robin, tell us how the date started.
Well, at first I called Michael, and of course things didn't go very well because he's just a boxer from Brooklyn, and of course I was a Harvard medical student.
What about you, Mike? What did you think of Robin?
Oh, well, Chuck, when I first saw Robin, I was ecstatic. I mean, she had this really tight dress on, you know, the kind with the push-up bra, and her breasts were like popping right out, like hitting right in the eye, you know?
Sounds like you two really hit it off. So where'd you go first?
Do I really do that?
Yeah!
Oh,
It's you!
I love that one. That killed me. Oh, God.
I'm glad you liked it.
Did they do a thing on you, Bob?
Yeah, they did. Jim did it also.
Yeah.
He had my hair so perfect it frightened me.
It was way up there, you know, really combed, really nice, like a whole blow-dry
It
effect.
was blow-dried and boofed, and it had a wax museum look. It was very much like the show. I was very frightened.
Oh, he killed me. He really did.
He's a genius, a genius.
So you do stand-up.
Yes.
I've seen you do some of the things that you do in
Yeah.
stand-up. You're great.
Thanks.
Who
I
influenced you, though?
Oh, your Whoopi Goldbergs
Whoopi
and
Goldberg.
your Lucille Balls and your Cal Burnett's and your... Somebody said, yeah, is she here? And Bill Cosby, and it was great. I got a chance to meet Bill. I worked for him. I did audience warm-up on The Cosby Show.
Oh, did you?
And he pulled me aside one time and sat me down and talked to me. And I have to say, to this day, I cannot remember a word he said because this was Bill Cosby. I was looking at him. He's a real person. I was looking for freckles and eyelashes. He's got nostril hair, and you know, his breath didn't smell so fresh because you know he smoked cigars. And I don't remember a word he said because it was Bill. It was a real man.
Yeah. Have you always been funny?
I think so. I was one of these girls in high school that would like put M&Ms up her nose for a laugh, you know.
No, come on.
I did because I was fat. I was really heavy, so I had to develop a personality. I had to make friends by being stupid.
But you were you were a lot heavier, though. You
I
were
was like 50 pounds.
50 pounds
Like a
heavier
whole
than you
other
are.
person.
And this hasn't been that, what, 4 years ago?
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
I was a BBW. Do you know they're a big
Beautiful woman. Sure. We got a picture, in fact. She brought a picture with it. I want you to see this. Now, you are beautiful. Look how beautiful you are. But you are bigger.
And I was looking at a piece of cheesecake just at that moment.
And I wanted it. I wanted that cheesecake. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, now, I've asked a lot of people about their diets and things. You have a special diet?
It's funny, when I was going through this phase, I was going to be on a diet. You know how you eat yogurt, and yogurt is just the typical diet food.
Sure.
So therefore, anything you eat with yogurt is a diet food. And I used to dip Oreo cookies and say, oh, I'm on a diet.
That's right. Eat that yogurt and Oreos.
No, sure.
Yeah, Jim, I know you got that problem. I do. Everybody's got a weight problem. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
I just get fat.
You work out. You have to do this for me, because I've seen it, and you've got to do this for me. I love this.
What do you love?
Tell me about the cheerleaders when you were big, because you were a big girl.
I was a big girl. I was a cheerleader in high school. Actually, I was a twirler, you know.
And you're from the Bronx, right?
I'm from Brooklyn originally.
right.
My husband and I live in the Bronx, and I went to an urban school. And the thing is I mean, I was big. I wore the short skirt. I didn't care. I was full of life, full of fun, full of stupidity. But I was a cheerleader, and see, I went to a school that was great. It was racially mixed, and we had white girls and black girls on our cheering squad, and you know, white people and black people sometimes do things a little differently. And we just couldn't cheer at the same time. We'd have to let the white girls go first, in case C-for Here's winning. We are Superman! I know there's some ex-cheerleaders in the room like, V-I-C-T-O-R-Y, victory, victory, that's our cry, go team
But the sisters...
And then it would be, the sisters...
The sisters would be a little
Would
different.
be different. First of all, it's like, I don't care if we win it or not. All I know is I look good in the purple and gold, okay? That's what I'm saying. You know, and we're gonna do a cheer for y'all. Y'all got some rhythm. I'm gonna have to ask your audience to help me out with this.
Please.
Y'all got some rhythm. Whip. Y'all have to go with
Whip and
W-I-F,
rhythm.
right? I'm gonna have to ask the audience to do the clap for me. Help me out to clap. I'm gonna do a cheer for y'all. All right. Y'all got rhythm. For those who can't do it, we got remedial hand clapping after the show. My name is Shaniqua, right? I'm from the Bronx, right? I am a Capricorn, right? And I will rock you. They did it, too. They did it. Thank you.
Oh, they're mostly white, but they do have rhythm.
Y'all got rhythm.
Yeah, they got rhythm. Oh, thanks for coming. You're
Thank you very
great.
much for
You're
having me.
everything
Thank
I
you.
expected and more.
And
you
more.
are. And sweet,
And nice.
too.
Thank you very much.
I'll be
Thank
right
you.
back. My next guest. My next guest doesn't do too many talk shows, at least not while the lights are on. Oh, geez, this is a Madagascar hissing cockroach. What a terrible. He's here with his traveling companion, though. He's the director of the Columbus Zoo, Jack Hanna. And Jack... I got to tell you something. This has taken all... I hate this. I just hate it. Here, you hold it.
No, thanks. I ain't
No,
the
come on.
boss.
He hisses. See if you can make him hiss.
No, I think it's one of those
That's right.
clickers that
He's not
directors
buying you,
use.
though. That's right. That's right.
I'm supposed to hold this
Yeah,
thing?
well, no,
Does it
you're not
have like
supposed to.
roach droppings or something?
Oh, gee.
I got one. Face is nice. Yes.
It's a nice
Chuck,
roach
everybody's
roast.
everybody's here to be with you, and you turn us into arachnophobia.
Those
This
are
is very
nasty, though, aren't they?
No, this is very pleasant.
Sometimes they hiss, Chuck. They're
How do
called
you
a Madagascar hissing cockroach.
Make it hiss.
You're going to go over and leave a lot of Madagascar.
He makes them hiss, though.
Let me give this back
I
to
can
you,
hear
Jack.
it.
When they hiss at each other?
They're hissing cockroaches, and they're good pets. I take them on the plane and everything, and just make sure they don't get loose.
Oh, God.
I get a lot of free meals with these things.
Put that back in
Thank
your
you.
makeup.
I don't mind.
I'm a makeup kid. It's always a nice.
Ah, he's running. Take him, will you? Jeez, you know, I'm not real funny about many things other than well, I guess the old line, spiders and snakes. Oh. My gosh, is that a snake?
No, it's not a snake. This is very rare. This is very rare.
It's very rare?
Kim, I want you to hold this. It's not a snake. It's not a snake.
Is it dangerous,
No,
though?
this is a legless lizard.
Okay, I'll hold a lizard, but not a roach. Is
Now,
that crazy?
feel the difference in that. Feel the difference now.
He's cold.
No, but see, he doesn't have scales. And also, if you look real close,
So that's
he has
just skin she's hanging on to
that's
there?
a lizard
Right.
head.
See, exactly. It has ears, and a snake doesn't have ears.
Where do
Why
they live?
are the legs gone?
Yeah.
What happened?
Rub
Got
them
a
off?
lawnmower. No. No, just joking.
You got any videos of that?
No.
You sent us a video?
This mate, was this like a snake and a lizard, like mating accidentally or something? I mean, how do you, it looks like a piece of duty-free luggage that you bought. It does. All this stuff looks like luggage. It's sad.
But
Actually,
this
it looks like belts to me.
Yeah, they all look like belts and purses, right? You got anything that we can pet instead of,
we'll try something here now. If everybody can be real quiet, this is an animal here that is the fastest animal on Earth.
Oh, I know what
we'll
this
see
is.
if he can come up here.
Oh, is she? Look at that. Is it a she or a he?
Yeah.
This is Buster. Buster's a he.
Oh, sweetheart.
This is Buster. Beautiful, isn't it?
Am I allowed to pet him? Or
Well, we might just want to sit here right now to get used to
I
it.
got to tell you something. Buster has tendency, he would bite, wouldn't he?
Yeah, Buster's a cheetah, and they are, Chuck, the fastest animal in the world. Clocked at 75
miles an hour.
Right, 75 miles an hour. And this animal relies on speed to kill. Look under its eyes here. If we can get him to turn around here just a minute.
He's got kind
There.
of black, is that what you're talking about, the black kind of?
Exactly. That's like a football player. You've seen a baseball player and a football player wear things underneath their eyes. And that's Mother Nature gave them that look so they can hunt in direct sunlight. So So the direct sunlight is one of the few cats in the world that'll hunt that way.
Boy, isn't he neat?
Jack,
Isn't
is
that
this
great?
the Native American Betty? I saw her name tag.
Yeah.
Didn't introduce Betty.
Native American. That's exactly who that is.
Betty was
That
here.
cheetah will be bigger than Betty.
Make yourself at home, Buster. Hey.
Buster loves that carpet, doesn't he?
Buster's right at home, isn't he? Look at that face.
And this animal's gone virtually into extinction mainly because of
Has it really?
Well, his coat, his furs are used for coat. He likes to chase his tail.
Buster, get that tail, baby.
I tell you what we can do, Jim. If you want to throw that ball out there, you might just chase that ball and just leave if you throw it out there to the right. Buster?
Buster.
Buster, he
Just
loves
throw it
his
to,
tail.
throw it to your right. Throw it out to camera right.
Carpet, Betty. I think it's claws in the carpet. It's a problem.
Yeah, he went right after that, didn't he?
Yeah, that's really.
There he is. Yeah, he likes to play with it. Oh, isn't that just like a cat,
Betty.
like an alley cat. But prettier. Look at him play with that thing. Oh, is that great?
Here's something
You're
here.
basically soccer player.
I don't want the Buster to see this.
Oh my gosh, Buster would eat this, wouldn't he?
I love this.
It'll be on the U.S.
I know you can
soccer
hold.
team.
I know you can hold. I knew Kim would like this. No, you got to hold his feet. Oh no, just let him sit there. So you don't have to hold it. Just let him sit
just
there.
let him sit. Okay,
You just kind of stroke him.
Okay, okay.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's
Isn't that
huge.
beautiful?
What is that?
That's an Angora rabbit.
Is this the kind that the sweaters are made of?
Exactly.
Oh, is it really?
Yep. This right here though isn't so soft. Feel this. Feel that.
Like a porcupine.
Yeah.
Look at the nose on that thing.
I'll give this to Bob. Isn't that something?
Yeah, Bob, there you go, Bob.
What you do, Bob, is just hold it very gently in your hand. It's not like a porcupine.
It's not, but it does hurt a little.
Well, now,
A little bit, yeah.
why do they have quills on them like that?
That's a European hedgehog, and the quills are there for protection. It'll roll itself up in a little ball. You can see it's coming out of its ball right there.
Do they like go for your neck and stuff?
No. This one eats like little worms and insects and things like that.
Millipedes?
Millipedes, exactly. They do eat millipedes, you're right.
Is that right?
Yeah. But this animal's never been known to, the venom, any kind of snake venom will not harm this animal. Cobras, any kind of snake venom.
Really?
And they really don't know why. And this is also the animal, they're building little tunnels in Europe underneath the highways there, so they don't...
To protect them?
to protect them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to...
Deal. Lamont.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Jim feed this lemur here.
A what? What is this? Thank you very much.
Larry the lemur.
Now just go ahead and eat it, Jim. Oh, here's an excited guy.
Look at that. Oh, if you open that banana,
Look at that.
You should.
Open it up quick.
Look at him.
Look what we got.
This is
Larry,
very busy, guys.
Larry, look over here. Larry,
Larry the
Larry, look over
Larry
here.
the lemur?
Come here, look over here, Larry. Look what Jim's got. Larry, look at Larry.
Oh, he said, oh, hang on just a minute.
And again. If he picks my pantyhose, I'm gonna
Look at that thing.
But these are beautiful animals. This is very, very rare. This is from the island of Madagascar. It's probably, again, one of the most endangered animals in the world.
Excuse me, Jack, it's really interesting. It's hurting my hand.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about it.
I'm sorry.
Does it really hurt your hand?
Yes, actually.
Let me just
Let me just show
yes,
the
it
box.
does.
if I
Boy,
could.
you do have holes in your
I
hand.
have holes in my hand.
Well, there's so much weight, you almost have to hold it with two hands, I think, in order to distribute the weight.
Here you go.
And it's starting to hurt my hand, too. Can I use your... Oh, here he comes. Here he is.
Have a
Sorry.
banana.
Oh, well, maybe that'll help.
Here, you can have a banana. Here, I've got a banana for you.
Oh, I'll just...
I've got all I want.
Hey, lemur. Larry the lemur. All right.
But they're neat animals. Even
he
when you
is.
feed him a grape, if you notice, he never spills a drop of juice. If you can watch this with his little hands.
Is that how they get their...
He never drops.
Is that how they get their water? Or,
Exactly. Trees. And they've developed bigger eyes now because they're now nocturnal.
Now, I would think, looking at this animal, I would think Australia immediately would come to mind. It looks like a raccoon kind of marsupial.
Exactly right.
Is it
Probably was.
marsupial?
Probably was. No,
It's
it
not
probably was
marsupial.
many, many years ago, but not today.
Oh, he's neat, though, isn't he?
He's a really neat animal.
Is he rare?
Very rare. Very, very endangered. Even more so than the cheetah.
Jack, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For bringing all these in. This is just great. Really enjoyed it. Jack Hanna from the Columbus Zoo. We'll be right back. That's our show for today. I want to thank my guests, Jim Garner, Kim Coles, Bob Saget, and from the Columbus Zoo, Jack Hanna. Thank you all so much for being here. It's been a special day. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching at home. See you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
The Chuck Woolery Show is an Eric Lieber production in association with Orion Television Entertainment.